Would you be like?
You should have gone before we left.
Hey, you white
You're gonna need a password.
What?
It's another Owen's game joke.
So this is what the internet looks like.
Oh.
All right, we're live. If anyone's on the stream right now, take a look what I've done with the map and the cameras, and I'm impressed, but I said I'm easily impressed. Here we are.
We are here. Transitioning.
Transitioning.
Wow, the camera lag's really off-putting.
Just don't think about it. Actively thinking about it makes it worse.
We're just rife with innuendos here. Okay, just lay back and think of England, right? Okay. So
Fuck like a tranquilized mattress.
I'm coming, and I've conquered.
right, so where were we? I guess I should do a bit of a recap, right? It was only a week ago, but that might be a long time in your lives. I don't know how crazy your day-to-day is.
I can't remember Tuesday.
So, if you cast your minds back... Oh, and I got a follow from Stella. Hello.
BN9 is now following.
Ouija told me to say slurs in chat. Okay, go for it. We'll see how much my bot can handle it before you get timed out. Okay, so if you cast your minds back to what was a week for us, but mere moments for you, you might recall. Hey, Ryan. Ouija, you're bringing in everyone in droves. All to say slurs though, so I've mixed feelings.
Is now following.
I just have their effect on people.
It makes sense now. What was I saying? Yes, if you may remember an eerie silence which fell over the Colosseum, or Battlefield's hunger, as you so cleverly deduced from the runes. And then after your encounter in the last session, when I forget who it was, but one of you spilled blood. You made an incision-like cut of blood, which dripped down your your limb, hit the floor, and awakened the kind of ancient ruins that you were standing in within the arena, and summoned a shifting humanoid type creature that jutted from the earth with a kind of ground rumbling shake. And all of the blood from previous battles kind of coagulated with your own and started to travel very fluidly up what seems to be the body of this creature, filling its eyes with the blood, almost as if that's perhaps what it would see out of. So, in today's session, we return to this arena. Its circular walls are tiered as if peering over you, watching. Weathered stone stands as a grim monument to the battles long past, almost as if they're calling to you to uncover their secrets. So, let's have a think here. So as you stepped cautiously, for some of you, not so much for others, into the center of that arena, you notice again the glistening kind of droplets of blood on the cracked floor and the pulsing ancient ruins that I just described. And I'm just going to help you relive that moment then. So suddenly the ground trembles, not violently, but almost with a deliberate, almost measured force. And then from the scattered remains of ancient skeletons and the like, lying seemingly inert about the arena, you watch in what I hope is awe as things begin to stir. And in front of you appears this humanoid creature made seemingly of earth, dirt, blood, and presents a sort of mystic, nay magical aura. What would you like to do?
What the fuck is that?
Does it seem hostile?
So, the creature, you can kind of see its head, or what would be its head, moving cautiously, curiously from one person to the next. It doesn't seem to have adopted any sort of aggressive pose, but you can see it stands pretty tall. It's about 8.5 feet high, and it's got an aura of kind of foreboding presence, authority almost. It seems to be perhaps waiting for something.
Well, Clash is not a talker, so we'll leave that to the talking people.
Vending machine's not there yet, then.
Okay.
Bloodsy puts his hands on his hips and like leans forward, and you can almost see a little bit of his, starch white nose sticking out of the hood. Hello, Prof. My name's Bloodsy, and I've summoned you to this Coliseum. Nice to meet you.
Okay. With that introduction made, a sound bellows, but you can't tell where it's coming from. The creature has no visible mouth to speak of. It's almost as if it's being shouted, as if a banging doldrum were right in your ear, directly into your minds. And you, if you turn around, you may have seen Dragon dancing in the background. He's loving the ambiance. And he shouts, "For what do you come to Battlefield's hunger? You are trespassers
Well, I
here."
was looking for the VIP box.
I know not of this VIP. We know only of battle here. And then in your periphery, you can see the creature kind of making a movement with his with what one of his hands would be, and points towards some of the skeletons and says, "If you wish to unveil the secrets of this area, or even discuss on equal terms, you must test yourself. The choice is yours, however." Hey, thanks for the raid, Julian. We're just playing some D&D.
How does our monthly companion react to all of that?
So, Sister Lysara has a facial expression, almost mouth agape. She seems to be holding this kind of creature in some, not quite reverence, that would be too far, but she didn't expect to see this thing. But she clearly knows of it.
Mm-hmm. And can I tell from her, her face, if she's excited in a kind of anxious, happy way, like, oh my god, this is a great opportunity, or if it's something a bit more sinister of, oh my god, I know what this thing is, we need to leave.
So, you may have some time to talk with her, or I can get you to roll an insight check and see if you can tell that from her body language.
Lovely 12 plus 6.
Okay. I mean, you've been traveling with her for some time. Perhaps you've started to pick up on some tells. So you get the sense that Sister Lysara doesn't want to actively interject in the conversation, but she also isn't making a hurried attempt to, run away. She's facing forward towards yourselves and the creature having the conversation. Doesn't appear to have a readied expression, as if she were going to draw for a weapon or something. So you might take from that this isn't an immediately how do I put this? That this isn't perhaps a trap.
Yeah.
And the creature is still pointing at the kind of littered bodies all around with one hand, and has an open palm as if to kind of invite the rest of you who've yet to take part in the conversation to answer. Would would you consider attacking? Would you consider defending yourselves from battlefield's hunger? I am an observer of battle. I grow thirsty over long, weary years of isolation. And you seem like a capable sort, he says. Again, this isn't necessarily audible. It's almost as if it's going into your mind, so who's to know if you're all hearing the same thing or not.
I am going to approach our friend. And in his open hand, I'd like to put a water skin and a ration.
The creature makes an almost surprised look. He doesn't have any facial features to speak of, but you can see a change almost in the light of the blood pooling in his eyes. And he seemingly accepts the ration. And it kind of disappears into the air, almost turning into sand, and forms then part of his body. And he says, again with a kind of bellow in your head, I have accepted your offering. Now you must accept mine. And with a wave of the hand that the ration was just placed in, you feel the ground start to stir. There are numerous skeletons, weapons, rusted shields, bloodied armor, and the like, all around you, and they start to animate. They start to compile themselves, and you almost get the sense that they're being inhabited by some force. And with that, the creature moves through the ground, stands atop the tiered structure, in what you may or may not think is a VIP section, almost as if he's observing what is about to unfold. And in a moment's notice, you find yourself surrounded by a number of creatures, not dissimilar to those that you battled en route here, but you also get the sense that there may be something else lurking, not yet completely visible. And with that, I think you would say it's time to roll initiative. So I might need some help here, Taff. How do I drag in some things?
Exactly as you would drag in your own token, if you already have them prepared. If not, you're going to get them from the compendium.
Gotcha.
Which is basically exactly the same. It's just the next tab on.
Okay. So I'll put a couple skeletons in here for now. So are you stood exactly as you are, just for clarity? As Bloodsea is...
We're still on the lobby
move.
map, so we can't move our tokens on that map. To move the camera across to us first.
There you go.
There we go.
I think I would be more forward after having just given the golem.
Yeah, if you kind of... I haven't got a thing for the golem yet, apologies, but if you imagine he's kind of towards this area, where, well, you might see it on my stream where my cursor is.
If you hold down left click, we'll see a point
So imagine he's here.
over there. Yeah.
Oh, is that what the VIP section is? Excellent.
Yeah, and you're still on the ground level in what is a kind of Colosseum-like arena. So he's a couple structures up. The skeletons appear all over. As I say, they start to compile themselves from the variety of bones that have been worn a little by the elements over time. There's a few of these things.
This is a large number of friends.
Could I be cheeky enough before the first damage is dealt to cast a spell?
I think you have, I'll say, about 6 seconds whilst they put themselves together. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. I would like to give myself heroism.
Okay. In those first 6 seconds, then I'm gonna look to Clash. He's gonna put both of his hands in front of him like this, and go back to his sheepish voice and say, Clash, I'm gonna need you to throw me as hard as you can at that motherfucker, okay? Because I'm gonna get my hands on him, I'm gonna fucking choke the life out of his little bloody body and make all this stop.
Very nice. Is there a way that I can add, like when I found something in the compendium, can I add it to my preset things?
Yeah, just drag it by the name, just as you would any other token. You may have to do it like 3 or 4 times before Roll20 goes, oh, shit, sorry, I was asleep.
Gotcha. Okay, but like if I want them in the Owen's ominous thing.
Drag it onto the map first, then move it into ominous.
Gotcha. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it'll appear in it'll appear in the journal after you've dragged it onto the map.
All right. Okay, amazing.
Assuming somebody has, you gotta. Annoyingly, you've got to change. You've got to change it. So the best way is just change the name of it. So call it Owen's, whatever it is.
Gotcha.
So that way it becomes unique. So when somebody else uses that, then they're not it drags it fresh out of the compendium instead of out of your folder.
Okay, so I'm in the compendium now. I found the thing I want. I have to drag it.
Drag it onto the map until keep doing it until it actually works.
Okay, gotcha.
So close that box, drag the word Spectre. Click anywhere else, it'll mess up.
Like that?
Yeah, click and drag the word Spectre, yep, and then just drop onto the map.
Awesome.
And then it'll either decide do it or not do it, and it's decided not to do it, so you do it again, and you keep doing it until it agrees to capitulate.
Okay, so there's something there now. And how do I then put that into Owen's ominous? Do I just drag it again? Oh no, that didn't work.
Yeah, when it actually works, it should appear at the bottom of the list.
Okay, maybe I just need to give it some time then. Oh yeah, no, I think you're right. So it's there, but the AC and stuff isn't there.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, let me delete it and try again. Apologies for killing the immersion.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
There, it's
schizophrenia.
there.
It's there, but it doesn't
It's
have...
there. You gotta pull a Spectre, right?
Yeah,
This thing.
I am.
It's there. It added it to the journal. Look,
Oh, let me go back in my journal then.
it's at the top of the journal.
Oh. Oh, right. I'm with you. And then I just drag it down to my...
Yeah, drag it by the token this time if you want to rearrange the menu.
Gotcha. Thank you for this. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. All right. Amazing. Okay. All right. I'm hoping whoever set this thing up knows how they work. Okay. But characters didn't see any of that.
I don't know at all.
Alrighty. So, yeah. So you cast heroism. Roll me some initiatives, please. Unless anyone else is doing something in these couple seconds.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
I summon water and drink it.
Okay, amazing. Right. I'll roll initiative for Lysara.
You need to open the tracker on the left.
How do I... What do you mean?
On Roll20 in the left-hand menu, there's a button for the initiative tracker.
It's the 2 swords,
2 swords.
I think.
Turn order. There it is.
There we go.
Thank you.
How is Taffy's scenery just getting more ominous every minute?
It's kind of
The
nuts.
sun's going down.
The sun is setting in Wales already.
I mean, it's still like really bright for me.
Yeah, because you're like even further west.
315 miles.
Hey, non-bots. We're just playing Dungeons and Dragons.
This is a lot of skeletons.
Okay, so it looks like Gregor, you're first. And as I say, whilst I haven't had a token for
You
him.
want to set the order descending. 15 definitely doesn't
got
beat the
some-
20s.
Oh no, yeah, you're quite
Got
right.
a couple of boys going before I'm.
We
gonna
do.
go.
Apologies. Yeah, you're quite right. As I say, the kind of foreboding You don't know its name or anything, but let's just call it the creature for now. It appears to be standing a couple of tiers up, watching the battle. You could tell from the way that he gesticulated that he has caused these things to appear. And so read into that what you will. As I say, imagine he's up here. He hasn't rolled an initiative roll if that is going to tell you anything. Okay, so Hero Skeleton is up first. Let me cast my own mind back for how this works. Okay, attacks. Oh, it's spoiled a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, there we go, NPC actions. Right, he's gonna move. Daisy. About 10 feet. And taking a swipe at Dragon.
Rude.
Does a 23 hit?
Very much so.
Yeah, we're starting off strong. Alright, let me roll damage.
If you click the word scimitar in the text bubble, it'll do it.
Thank you.
There we go.
3 damage.
Ow, my blood!
Yeah, and as your blood hits the floor, it starts to sizzle and kind of be absorbed by the ground. Okay. Dragon, you're up.
Well, that was incredibly rude. I'm gonna bonus action innate sorcery, and then we're gonna subtle spell Thunder Wave as I scream Dragon Breath. Hopefully hitting the 3 to the right of me.
All right. What's the? Can you draw the area of effect? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
15
So
foot cube, it's enough to hit them. It's fine.
yeah, so it's 50-foot cube, but there's definitely a way to position that in such a way that'll hit all 3 of these guys.
Gotcha. Makes
I
sense.
think it's 3 squares.
That, I've drawn it as the white one. Everyone else is doing it as well, but I can.
Amazing.
But yeah, it's
All right.
easily get those 3.
So let's do some con saves. 8.
It's a DC 14 because of the 8 speed. That's fail.
Yeah.
That's
4.
fail.
And a 12.
Yeah, that's a fail. So they all take 7 and get knocked back 10 feet.
All right. How do I do the ruler thing to do 10 feet again? Oh.
It's just 2 squares. If you just move each of them 2 squares, that's probably fine.
And it was 7 damage.
Yep.
How do I do their health again? Is that in the setting?
Purple.
So yeah, you just click on the green circle and just type -7.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We're so immersed. Okay.
That's white.
Amazing.
And then I'm going to use my movement to move behind everyone who's big and scary. Go.
Okay, fantastic. So yes, that thunder wave let out a bellow, and you can kind of feel like loose stone from all around the Colosseum just coming, maybe even a little bit looser. All right. The next skeleton is up. He's looking a little worse for wear now. Charred bones and the like. And if I want to check how far 15 feet is, how do I do that? Because I don't know if you can reach an AR. Ruler. There we go. Awesome. All right. So yeah, he can. So he can move the 15 feet, and then it's like a 5-foot range, right? So he can. He can hit you. He's going straight for Bloodsy, by the way.
Bloodsy.
He's gonna go with the Scimitar. I probably know the answer to this, but how does a 22 feel?
Yep.
That worked.
They're rolling real well, unless they're trying to get a con save. Wow, that's big damage. Oh my god.
So I'm down to 1 HP.
Drunk guy from Bloodsy.
Alright, that's all he's doing. I say that's all he's doing.
Is this character gonna be like a different shadow wizard?
Okay.
There is a gang of them, though, right?
The next skeleton's up. He's gonna go. He's gonna go for Clash. And he's gonna take another swipe. Okay, how's a 13 hit?
13 would miss.
A miss? Okay. So you
Yeah.
see him, yeah, try and take a swipe at you with his scimitar and just narrowly miss you, and you hear it kind of reverberate off the ground a little. As it hits the ground, there's almost sparks coming off it. Okay. We got another skeleton left. They rolled real well. All right, he's gonna move his 15 feet and not do anything else for now. Gregor, you're up.
I'm gonna move diagonally in front of Bloodsy. For my action, I'd like to push the skeleton 5 feet back.
Okay. Is that a, what is it, strength contested or?
Yeah, contested.
Okay. That'll do it.
What? Get fucking destroyed. Oh, fucking shouldn't have skipped leg day, bitch. And then I'm gonna occupy the space he was in. Give me 2 seconds to read what 2024 Lay on Hands is.
It's an
It's
action.
bonus action now.
Is it bonus action now? Hot damn.
Yeah, I
believe
thought it might be
so.
a bonus action. I would like to touch Bloodsy and give them full HP.
Oh.
Is it all
You
All at
spend the
once
exact
now?
amount you're using, so 8.
8? Okay. So we have a tiny reserve just in case somebody
Yeah.
goes on the ground.
You keep them only for getting the people up now. What's left?
Yeah. There you go. Bloodsy's to full. We pushed our skeleton boy back and we're occupying the defensive zone. And we'll end our turn.
Okay. Fantastic. Next skeleton is up. He's gonna go. He's going up for Clash as well. NPC.
Certainly try.
Yeah, well, I think he whiffs that.
Spectacular.
Yeah, so he attempts to attack you, tries to swipe you almost kind of in a lateral motion, but he misjudges the height that you are and just attacks the air. Okay. Next up is Lysara then. And let me just remind myself what she can do. So she's gonna take her mace, and she's gonna.
Don't use the mace. The mace is garbage.
Oh, she hasn't got.
They got no. She's got no strength.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Good call. Good call. All right. She's gonna.
So a good one. A good one. If you it's not. So, if you want to try something a bit different, spiritual weapon is a giggle. Tell you what, you can borrow mine. Where is it? Father Joffrey's spiritual weapon. You summon this up, and then you can make attacks with it.
Okay.
Summon it as a bonus action. You can attack as part of that bonus action. Unfortunately, because it's a spell, it means you can't cast a leveled spell as an action now on the same turn. What you can do is use Sacred Flame.
Okay. So I've summoned it with my bonus action. It rolled for some reason. When I clicked
That's
it.
your spiritual weapon. So 21 will definitely hit this guy. So now click attack to do damage.
Oh, so does the spiritual weapon not get its own initiative? It just attacks when it's my
No,
turn.
it's
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just
it's an effect that happens on
unfortunately,
Lysara.
only
So
4
yeah.
damage. So what you can do now to attempt to finish this thing off is Sacred Flame.
Yeah, and then she's gonna.
Because Sacred Flame is a save. It doesn't matter that you've got enemies within 5 feet of you. It also doesn't matter anything about cover or shit like that. Just deck save. If they fail, he's dead. Because
Okay.
it's 8 damage.
She saw the fight
fails.
over there, and he just failed it, right? Well, actually by a sizable chunk. And radiant damage falls down
dead.
upon him, and he is dead. But in his place, out of the bones of him, you start to see like an ether, like a mist coming up, and in its place, taking a bit of damage already. Is a spectre of sorts. Okay,
Oh god.
that is Lysara's go up. Bloodsy.
Yeah, turn undead is a good one as well. Let's be extremely effective in this, but I don't think the get has been in NPC. You do still have spiritual guardians though.
What are we thinking, Bloods? How's your health looking?
I think he died.
Health should be full now.
Yeah. Is it also did I get healed?
Oh yeah, you got healed.
You're healed at full.
You're at full.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Cute.
Sorry, safe. Okay. Was
Save this man's ass. Doesn't even say thanks. Alright, let's see how it is.
Thanks, Spooky. We have Bloodsy runs over beside Clash. You know, does the cannonball pose again? Clash, it's a lot to ask, but please throw me at that motherfucker. And that'll be his bardic inspiration, so Clash, you can get a bardic inspiration. And then he'll look to kind of some of the skeletons. None of these fools have a fucking chance. And that'll be my Bane. So I'm going to cast Bane on these three. So please, 3 charisma saving throws.
Gotcha.
Get Bane.
Can you put the description for Bane in the chat for me?
Yep.
Thanks. Okay. Spell save DC 14 and it's charisma. Okay.
Is that Spectre meant to have turn on the initiative?
Oh, it is. Sorry. Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll that. All right. They all whiff it.
Okay, perfect. So all their attacks and saving throws.
Wow, she rolled really well on me.
Look, get me up there, Clash. I know you can do it, big guy. And then he'll like jump up and pat Clash on the side of the face. And then he'll turn around and get ready for grabbing position, and that'll be his turn.
Okay. Hero skeleton's up.
I'm also gonna drop my camera now because I have food. And I'm gonna eat it like a pig. I don't have to be on camera.
No worries. All right. Yeah. Hero skeleton is up, and he's gonna go.
Right. While we're at the top of the turn order,
Yeah.
can I hop the vendor in?
Sure. Okay. And so you see a flash of light as well. Before I describe it, let me see what it looks like.
She goes, great assistance there. You look across, and it's just a vending machine. Weirdly enough, you do have this kindred sense towards it. And it sort of flashes as it speaks. You look like you need assistance. For a price, I can help.
You 1 copper.
1 copper is sufficient.
Okay, so yeah, so you see this by any other vision would be just as bizarre. Vending machine, magenta in. You're of course in the middle of combat, but you can do whatever you like on your turns. And you get like a sense that the creature, which seemingly challenged you to this, if it had eyebrows, would be raising at least one of them right now. It seems intrigued. You get the sense that the creature did not summon this thing. Okay. I need to add you to the turn order, don't you? Or oh no, you've already done it.
Already there.
All right. So the creature hasn't summoned any more beasts or anything of that nature at this point. So no visible reaction to the entrance of a new combatant. The skeleton's going to make its way to the spiritual weapon. Can it attack the spiritual weapon?
No.
Oh, is that
The
not a
spiritual
thing?
weapon isn't real. Well, for all intents and
It's like
purposes.
an ethereal. Yeah, it's like an ethereal thing.
Right.
It
You
also
hit your
can't
feelings.
flank. It can't flank. It doesn't get disadvantage when
Okay.
attacking with. an
Does it
enemy.
disappear
even-
at the end of its
You
turn?
can even move through it.
Does Lasara need to recast it every turn, or is it there?
No.
It lasts the next minute. It's gonna be here.
Like 10 rounds then. Okay.
Yeah, the whole combat basically.
Gotcha. Okay. It's going to go up to Gregor then. Take a swipe. 17 hit?
Beats it, yep. Hits me.
Beats it. Okay, cool. So yeah, he takes a well-positioned smite, seemingly unfazed by the thunder wave that rocked it to its core if it still had muscles, and rolls to attack. 7 damage.
Okay.
All right, and the skeleton is looking a little ropey, but it's feeling a little invigorated by the strike it just hit. You see its like golden eyes shimmer a little, almost as if to say, I'm gonna take you down. If it had vocal cords. Okay. Dragon, you're up.
Ghost! And fire a sorcerer's burst at it. For a 23 to hit.
Ooh. Okay.
I think that will hopefully hit.
Remind me, is the AC the one on the left? The red one?
Blue one normally.
Blue one? Yeah, that hits. Absolutely hit. What's the con save for?
It's not a con. I don't know who's rolling a con save or why.
I didn't see
but
nothing.
But it's 3 lightning damage.
Awesome. Okay. Is this like a from upon heaven sort of thing, or is it from your finger?
I am blasting with my hands, just going, sorcerer's bolt!
My strong hand. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, you see the lightning pass through the spectre. It's not unfazed. Electric energy kind of runs from its head and to its feet, but it gets grounded as it hits the ground. You kind of see a weird some sparks fly off the ground as well.
So is it resistant, or is it just taking the damage?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me
Oh, fuck my mackerel.
let me double check. How do I open up its description?
Oh.
Does anyone know that?
If you right click the token and press character sheet, it should bring it up if it's not up already.
Amazing. Thank
Oh,
you.
you can also hold shift and double click it.
This also works too.
Okay.
Whichever one you remember.
I'm doing it, but nothing's happening, I'm afraid.
You can right click
which
or middle
token?
click.
Which token?
The Spectre. When I click open character sheet, nothing happens. Maybe one hasn't been made.
There it is. Yeah, it works for me.
Roll 20 is buggy. Refresh roll 20 and it will almost certainly work.
Alright, let me refresh it real hot second. This is happening seamlessly in real time.
Oh, massively. Yeah.
Oh god,
people who I
reality is
asked-
loading! Ah!
The people I asked to join stream and say slurs have not quite understood the objective. Instead, they're just saying slurs in my DMs at me.
Tell them to come through, we can take it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, character sheet's working a dream now. Resistance says it is resistant to lightning. I'm so glad you asked.
Oh god!
All right, so it does a little less damage than you would have liked. I'm gonna have that up on a separate screen. That's really useful to know. Too busy for slurs? Fair. Okay, it's the Spectre's turn. She kind of shrugs off that attack quite ably. Yatta! Alright, so it's got a move called Life Drain. That sounds terrifying.
Yes.
It's going to make its way over for some reason. Perhaps or lack of brain cells. It's going to go over to the vending machine.
Take an attack of opportunity from Gregor, though.
It will. Yeah.
Please, Gregor. Please end the spirit's attack, alright?
I'm not going to say anything cool unless I know I hit first. Fuck, never mind.
Alright, so that actually misses. I'm afraid.
It does, however, receive a graze.
It's a vending machine. He's going to buy a mid-fight snack.
Yes, it does still take the graze damage.
Yeah.
It's going to take a graze, which is a 3.
Gotcha. And It is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
So it'll just be a 1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, imagine it bites some marshmallows to go with the lightning. You just okay, so it's gonna take a swipe at the vending machine. Let's see what happens. Does an 8 hit?
That'll be a no.
Okay, so that's a-okay then. It kind of attempts to. I'm not sure how it does a life drain. Presumably, it just kind of.
It was trying to get some Dr. Pepper. That's what's happening.
That's it. Yeah, it tried to go through, but what I imagine is a transparent but very solid barrier stops it in its tracks.
Transaction declined.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Skeleton's up next. He is gonna take a swipe at who was he in combat with? It was Clash, wasn't it?
Bring it on, come on.
17.
Minus the D4 for
That
Bane.
hits.
Minus
yeah.
D4 for Bane.
He's baned.
I'm here to remind you of Rainbow's character because Rainbow isn't here.
So does Bane
So that
do
would
a
be-
minus to the attack roll or the damage?
It's
Attack
the
roll.
attack roll, so the 17 minus 3 becomes numbers.
Awesome. Okay, so
can
does a
14.
14 hit.
And I
Yes.
assume that'll miss.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay,
For Bane.
he whiffs that, infuriated and confused by the Bane. It smacks the floor again, and a little more sparks come up. Push. Do I have to say that? Push and swallow. You're up.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm doing the music because the music just died literally as my turn come up. There we go. Cool. Alright, what am I going to do to hurt this thing? Right, that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, because I dragged shield onto my sheet and it dragged the spell instead. And I hadn't corrected it. So I should have 16 AC, not 14. Anyway. Why would this thing move up to 5 feet from me? God damn this. That's good. I'm just going to move away from it. They're going to take attack of its up. It's going to take an attack of opportunity. Well, can it? Is life drain life drain's an attack, isn't it?
Yeah. So I guess it gets an opportunity attack.
Yep.
10.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Bonus action. Magic stone, and I'm gonna launch. I'm gonna launch some expired bit of merchandise at her. So, does a 19 hit?
19 absolutely hit.
Okay, she could take 5 magical bonking damage.
Oh,
Did I
no.
do it right? No, wait, that's wrong. That should be 10. I'm sure I corrected that.
Okay, so
Never
10,
mind, that should be
and
10.
it's magical damage, you say?
Magical, yeah. It's from a
Awesome.
cantrip.
All right. That does a great mammoth amount of damage, and she can hear her do a kind of wailing type noise, which I was going to attempt to emulate, but I'll think about what that might sound like in a moment.
Yeah, think about your voice for the rest of the stream. Practice it outside of the practice it outside of the stream in a way that doesn't like cause pain.
Okay, nice work. Push and swallow coming in out of nowhere and throwing corporeal objects at anyone who wants to
Just
throw
sort of like
hands.
hovers up, flies over dragon, lands on the ground there, and then
Is there any recoil damage? Does it hit someone?
probably maybe a head will snap back, but I mean, imagine with a 10, that's what, like half its HP.
Yeah. Yeah. It's looking as ropey as a translucent being can. Okay. Hero Skeleton is up next, and he is also baned. He is gonna run up to Lysara and do what skeletons do.
Yep. 13,
11.
still missed.
Yeah, that
13, they get a
misses.
point of flanking.
Oh, so flanking gives advantage then, right?
No, flanking gives you +1.
Oh, it's
+2, sorry, and then +1
2.
for every thereafter.
Wow. Okay,
It's a homebrew variant of it that doesn't step on the toes of other features.
got
It
it.
Well,
also
good.
stops the conga line.
All right, so his 11 becomes a 13, but then with Bane becomes a 10.
Roll the d4 to find out how much.
13 won't hit a priest anyway. Oh wait, no, it will.
It
But
would have done normally.
Whatever they roll, it'll be less than 13, so miss.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hell has a priest only got 13 AC?
You made
That
the
sounds
token.
like no
but-
armor default.
Yeah.
Chain shirt. Why? Chainmail. Do it properly.
We can.
I believe they were intentionally lowly armored because of the lack of armor in the setting.
Let's go
They're,
with
they're
that.
not min-maxing enough yet, Taffy.
Yeah,
Bad form.
the Monster Manual 24, much better.
Okay, Gregor, you're up.
Okay. I'm a little bit insulted that this ghost wouldn't challenge me in honorable 1v1. So they can get the honorable 1v1 that I want by getting cut in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
24.
Violence!
Wow.
Violence!
Yeah, that hit.
Alright. Oh, ignore Radiant, please. I am out of spell slots. It's
Okay.
only 12 slashing.
12 slashing, even halved, is a mammoth attack. How do you want to do it?
Oh, she's dead?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I think we're gonna stomp my plated greaves onto her feet to pin her in place, and then just ram the weapon through her chest until it reaches the other end. And then, like any good paladin, I'll then say something like, I don't know, "You defile these warriors' corpses?
Yeah.
Be gone."
I love it. We need a catchphrase in our lives. Yeah, that works, and she kind of dissipates into the air, and you can see like particles of energy almost fly through the air up the tiered structure of the Colosseum, and then merge with the body of the creature observing.
For my bonus action, I'll use the remaining points of my lay on hands, and to activate it, it'll be the sign of the cross. Touch the forehead, touch the heart, and then either shoulder.
I love that. Yeah.
And I'll end my turn.
Just
You
as
got
a
a great
minor
weapon,
point of
Master.
order before we carry on.
are you-
I
yeah.
assume Lost in Limbo rules apply. We get a long rest at the start of each session. So Gregor should have spell slots back.
Yes, that is true.
Okay,
Oh, in that case, I have my spell slots. Oh.
that's good to know. Actually, I didn't know that rule.
Otherwise, I was cheating when I did my Thunder Wave. So, like I say, I'm assuming normal L rules apply.
Yeah,
So
yeah, all
full,
the limbo
full
rules.
long rest. I'm restocked back, new fresh magazine in the weapon, right?
Yes. You get fully
All of these
restocked
things. Everything's dying. Everything's being killed.
Yes. Just talk the shotgun. Let's go.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, its energy dissipates and travels through the air. You could visibly see specks of blue fly towards the creature, and it goes to where you think its eyes should be. If for those of you who are particularly perceptive, and you can see like a tinge of blue.
Push and swallow is 17 passive perception.
Yeah, that works. So yeah, you can see a bit of the kind of redness in its eyes go a slight tint of blue. Okay.
Yep. Oh, top-notch CCTV, see?
Oh yeah.
Gotta protect that merchandise.
Yeah.
But of course.
So Gregor, it's up to you.
No, Gregor's just had his turn.
Oh, apologies. In which case, the skeleton is going to take a swipe at Lysara. Wow, that hit.
I don't think even the Bane's helping there.
Yeah, it's not a crit, is it? Because it's a 16
No.
plus 4. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
No,
cool.
it turns green.
Okay, gotcha.
It's good.
Wowzers. Wowzers in Lysara's trousers. Okay. Sorry. 8 slashing damage, and she takes it on the chin like a champ. Albeit a little worse for wear. You can see a look of shock on her person. She is almost as if she's never been hit full on like that. Okay. So it's then Lysara's turn. She's kind of pissed. And you're going to see her do a Sacred Flame.
All right.
She's gonna.
If you do a pitch, you could just at this point now, because you've already got the spell out, you can just pop out Spiritual Guardians. However, the NPCs don't play by the same rules, so we got to check back how many spell slots she's used. So we've did the Spiritual Guardians, we've done the Spiritual Weapon. She's got plenty. She's still got a 3rd level slot there if she wanted to pop Spirit Guardians.
Oh, instead of the
Another good bonus action for you as well to be aware of is Sanctuary. So what Sanctuary does, you cast as a bonus action on a creature you can see, and until they take a hostile action, anything that tries to attack them first has to get through a Wisdom save, or they lose the attack, or attack something else or lose the attack. So it's a really good sort of defensive barrier as well. Priests are cool.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I've got her
Spiritual
character sheet
Guardians
up
is
at the
your
minute.
big one right now.
So I need to. How do I see her spell slots and stuff on on the character sheet?
So open up the character sheet.
Yeah.
And then if you scroll down, you can see the slots there.
Oh, she's got 2 level 1s left, and yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. When did she use 1st level slots? Was it Cure Wounds?
She used Cure Wounds
probably.
last session.
Yeah. So she's got 2 first, 2 second, and 1 third.
All right, she.
So she's got plenty.
Yeah, she's gonna Spirit Guardians then. Yeah.
And bear in mind, you've still got that spiritual weapon as well that can attack that creature next to Gregor.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
But it
So
can attack any of them because you can move it 20 feet before attacking anyway. But
And here comes Lasara with the steel spiritual weapon.
oh, we might have, you know.
since that one there's probably going to be out of range of a spiritual weapon, out of the range of a Spirit Guardians, I'd probably bonk the one next to Gregor.
Okay, so it's a 15 feet cube, so that's these 4 specters, right?
15 feet radius. Centered on self.
Oh yeah, let me do the aura thing. It's a good question, actually. Did we miss Clash when the Spectre came in? He only rolled a 3,
Because-
but...
Because it's about to be Bloodsy's turn again, and Bloodsy asked Clash to yeet him.
Right, okay, we must have
And I
missed
can't
Clash
remember
out
Clash
then.
doing anything since, which makes you think Clash had a turn skip.
Yeah, Clash hasn't done
I think
anything,
you did
sorry.
skip me, yeah.
Okay, we'll have you go next then. Apologies. Okay, so how do I do the aura thing? It was a settings thing, wasn't it?
In the token settings it is.
So it's the cog below the token.
There it is. I see her. So seamless. Okay. Send it on self, so wisdom saves. And does it only attack allies, or is it everyone?
It attacks creatures of your choice.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll only affect enemies, and it's on their turns they roll.
On their turns. Gotcha. Okay.
For now, you got the spiritual bonk.
And then the spiritual is going to bonk someone. Thanks, Savage.
Right, be patient with him, chat. He's a learning, developing GM, and he's awesome, showing great promise.
Okay. Spiritual weapon. A 6. Towards
Unfortunately.
that whiffs. Big time. Okay. So Clash, you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Bloodsy and throw him
As requested.
as requested.
Go
Where am
for
I
this
supposed to
one
be
now.
throwing him? Just at an enemy?
No, at the boss, who's
Yeah,
on
the,
the higher floor.
Oh wait, at the actual boss.
Yes, that's what was requested.
All right.
This
So
seemed like death.
so he's
okay.
he's a couple tiers up. So I don't know what your strength is and the weight of Bloodsy, but
okay, I'll give you an idea for the weight of Bloodsy. Bloodsy has 7 strength and 6 constitution.
okay,
And he has
he's thickly.
30 pounds in his inventory. Like, underneath that rope, it's just all bone and gaunt. Like, he's basically a coat hanger. He has no weight at all.
Okay.
Bodega man.
Is it a
Alright.
small race as well?
Nope. So he's tall with
Very, very gangly small.
yeah.
All right. Okay. So he's about. Let me think. So it's a tiered structure. It's got 3 tiers. Let's say it's 5 foot a tier. He's 15 foot up, and maybe like 15 feet away from you as well. So I don't have the Pythagoras theorem in my head, but
No. It's always the same distance.
oh, is it? Okay, cool.
It's non-Euclidean
Yes.
space. Look,
Yes.
Non-Euclidean
Simplified
space.
geometry.
That
Watch.
That's the buzzword.
25 foot. 25 foot. And also 25 foot.
got it.
There's
Okay,
no Pythagoras in 5e.
amazing. I had no idea, but that simplifies a lot.
Yes. Use simplified geometry or you will go insane.
Okay,
But then
good.
don't think about simplified geometry or you'll go insane.
That's good. I've never
fucking
posed the question, but it's a valid one. Okay, cool. So you're gonna try and yeet him at this thing. Love to see how that goes.
He doesn't even like think twice about the request. He just does it. He's happy to do it.
I just say athletics, for each number rolled is a foot thrown.
Yep, I like
That's
it.
the easiest way to rule it.
Oh god. Okay.
So I roll athletics.
Yeah, 15 plus. He's gonna go up to the third floor. Preferably do like over 20, so he goes soaring out of the arena entirely.
Okay.
I'm not so
And
sure you
I'm
want to be
aboard with this
necessarily
group.
close to him when you land, but let's see what happens.
Let's go.
No
let's go.
whammies.
I believe.
It's 14.
And you have a body
Unless him becoming a ball
Bardic
turned
inspiration.
gave me a mansion. Would I have advantage? No, right?
You get the bardic
don't
inspo though, so what's that? 1d10?
No. It's only 1d10 at like high level.
Oh,
1d.
So that's a 20.
Hey!
20 feet of yeet.
And then on top of that, I can add tactical mind, which lets me add a D10.
wow.
You're going to space.
You might. Can
Never
you
mind.
control your trajectory, or have you overshot it? Are you nimble enough to? All right.
I don't think so.
So
I think
so
he's-
he throws you 21 feet. Does that mean you get 5 feet's worth of inertia slamming into him, or have you gone too high?
I mean, I hope I don't slam into him. I just want to be like near him.
Right.
But
Oh, just go above. It's less than
If
10
you-
feet, so you won't take full damage, but you can land on him.
I mean,
Or go
he-
behind him.
He's made of blood, so if I just go through him, I'll make it like a
So
Looney
he's
Tunes
not made
body.
of blood. He's like his body is made of like earth, but there's blood making up where his eye sockets would be.
So it's bits of stands held together by blood. It's basically blood mud.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good way of thinking of it. Yeah.
Big bowl of blood mud.
He grabs what's his face, Bloodsy, and just like cartoonishly like uses both his hands to just smush him down as small as possible, and like a football player just hucks him up.
All right. I wish I had an animation for this. This is like a torpedo. There's a cannonball of an arm throw here.
Yeah,
Okay, so you get launched like a javelin.
perfect spiral.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we're aiming for just above him, so you can land on him. Did we say, or near him?
No, above him, so I can land on him more. That's sure.
Okay. All right. So you get launched 21 feet into the air. We're in a tiered, open structure. There's no roof as such, so you don't hit anything on your way up. There's a, well, not that this thing has any facial features to think of, but its eyes kind of widen a little in surprise, and you, I guess, fall onto him. You're very tiny though, so how do I roll any damage from that? How does it work?
I'm gonna neither of us taking damage. She's like 9 points. Just putting it out there. I'm okay with not taking damage, and him also not taking damage.
Man with single digit HP doesn't want to take damage.
I can't believe you've been launched there. Okay, so so neither of you, let's say neither of you take damage from that, but you kind of, it's almost like a pebble being thrown at like a suit of armor. You just kind of plink off him, and land pretty close to him. So it was Bloodsy that was thrown, right?
Yep.
All right. So let's say you're over here. You're not in the air, but you know, for the it looks like you're in the sky, but you're not. The creature is here. You're, let's say, 5 feet next to each other. I haven't rolled initiative for him because he's not in battle, but he didn't take any damage either. He kind of turns his head to look at you, and you get the sense that he's not impressed. Okay, that was interesting. All right, so it's actually your go now, Bloodsy.
It is as I planned. As we can see.
All according to plan.
So,
A power be
I'm
planned.
actually gonna put a token just so we see him, but he's not currently, like, he's not part of the battle technically at the moment.
So it looks like this guy has some sort of control over what's happening here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So Bloodseed's gonna cross his arms, and in his eeny weeny petite voice, is gonna say, "And now, I was gonna tell you a blood pun, but I think it's just too vain." As he says this, I'm gonna cast Pratfall, as he feels two hands slapping against his, where is it? With a clap against its ears, briefly disorienting the target with a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. So if the zombies and stuff is like a active thing he's doing, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, or else it stops.
Okay, interesting. Is the token showing for you guys? It's just like a blank token for me.
For me, it's like
blank
a
token.
Yeah, it's showing as a blank token, but the blank token is still a token.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the main reason for asking is if I'm doing a con save, I guess I'll look at his character sheet and do it manually.
Yeah, just roll a d20 and like add, I don't know, +5 if it's something you'd be proficient in,
Yeah.
or +1 if not. It failed.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, he failed his con save, and almost as if by magic, the various skeletons in the area crumple to the ground, and the ground starts to bubble with all of those kind of skeletons. Now the skeletons themselves have fallen apart. They haven't crumbled. The bones still exist, but they've fallen apart. But they've left behind a number of specters, and so you might get the sense that the earth elemental was kind of holding the bones into place, but what was inhabiting them were kind of separate entities. So let me replace a bunch of tokens real quick. By the way, I did not see that coming. That was fantastic.
Good news, we skipped the skeleton stage. Bad news, we're fighting all the spectres at once instead of one at a time.
Yeah. You've gone straight to phase 2, which is a great plan.
This is easier when you do it, you solo each one individually, Rainbow. Now we're just gonna get swamped by ghosts and die.
Yeah, definitely not punishing you. Good
Greg
job.
is gonna walk up to the clump of bones and just very briskly give them a couple of kicks, just to make sure.
At least it's one phase of the battle over. Yeah?
Yeah.
Technically.
Oh, it's an improvement. We've still got like the spiritual guardians that haven't ticked yet on these fuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we need level
Does that still
6
apply? They're like new things or not?
Yes, it's the spell targets anything whenever it takes a turn.
Oh, okay, so
inside its own.
yeah, because they don't make a
because he
save
designate
at a
enemies to
time.
be immune to it, basically. So the
Gotcha.
whole thing is sort of worded in a kind of jank way that basically means it only hits what you want,
Hmm.
but you're not thinking about that after you've cast it.
Okay. All right. Makes sense.
Oh, by the way, she's concentrating on that. So bear that in mind if it comes to taking damage.
Yeah.
Hopefully they all die first.
Okay, so Clash
Maybe.
already took his go, so let me get back.
No, wait, no, that
Can
was
you skip his turn?
No,
so
that was the
just-
previous turn that was
Oh.
skipped. Clash gets a real turn this turn.
Gotcha. Apologies. Right, Clash. Then you're up, and yeah,
Get a
bunch
double
of
skipped.
spectres. Yeah. What am I like? So there's a bunch of spectres that have come out from the bones, and I guess you would get a sense that this is kind of your doing. I mean, it was Bloodsy, but you had a part to play in
Roll
this.
initiative for all of these, otherwise they're not going to be on the turn on.
I do. Thank you. I need to remember mid game to do that. Let me roll initiative on all of these.
There. Wait for the top of the turn order now, which will come after Clash's turn, and then order them.
Yeah, that's what happened before, isn't it? I skipped you because I redid everyone. Yeah. Okay.
So basically, the good news is you've skipped a couple of their turns. I think maybe possibly. There's a way to do this tactically. Take them out at just the right time.
Yeah.
At the start of the next turn.
Yes.
They got a whole round before they get shuffled in.
So what are you thinking, Clash?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the guys. I'm a fighter.
That makes sense.
Do you approve?
Yeah, I'm just gonna slash down at this guy in front of me with my great sword. I don't think a 9's gonna do it. So
It's the graze instead.
he gets 3 slashing damage. I
Yeah.
don't know if that he even cares.
It'll go down to 1, but is it round down or round up?
Round down was stated, so it'd be the 1.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Okay.
You can go to 0 though with resistance. I think
Okay, that's good to know.
it stays minimum 1. But I am gonna action surge.
Baby tappy, baby.
Because I'm very angry.
What
And
again?
try again. That's 23.
That absolutely hits.
For
Are we doing
10
fire damage or no?
Slashing. Yeah. It's just once per turn I can add the D10 fire damage to an attack.
Alright, cool. So it's resistant to
with
fire as well.
Giant strike.
So
Motherfucker.
yeah, so that 12 turns into a 6. Does it take graze as well? No,
no,
that's
this
only
is
on a
missing.
miss. Alright. So -6. Alright. It's looking a little worse for wear. The fire didn't really do a great deal. You kind of saw its hands go on fire and you maybe shot yourself thinking it was casting burning hands or something, but it didn't happen. It's good. Fairly Odd Prince wants to know what's going on here. it's a fair question. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, anything else, Clash?
No, that's it.
All right, nice work.
I
So
just swing down, but it just goes through the specter because my sword is not magical. It's just
yeah, okay, makes sense. Do I redo the turn order now? Did we say? Or let a full round play out?
No, redo it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dragon, you are up, sir, with your funky dance.
I'm for violence! I'm gonna Sorcerer's Bolt, the one that Clash has just hit. And we're going in with the Draconic Accuracy, 23 to hit.
That'll do it.
Seeing as last time they were resistant to lightning, this time we're doing thunder damage, because I could do both types. 7 thunder, please.
All right. They're also resistant to thunder.
Yeah, God, one of these things not resistant to.
By the way, this is a learning curve for me. Am I supposed to tell you when they're resistant, or do I just say that only does 3 damage?
I mean, you let us know when it happens.
Gotcha.
Because we'd obviously notice the things phasing in and out, or...
Let us hit it first and deal damage, and then tell us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so that's 7 becomes a 3.
Yep.
But it looks cool.
It did look cool. It really looked cool. Cool
Very
events.
loud as well.
Yeah. And you kind of get an echo because we're in like a circular place, right? I mean, there's no roof on this thing, but you hear a crackle. Snap, crackle,
I
and
try
pop.
and find one of the cameras to thumbs up to, so I get good rankings in the ratings.
Good job. Yeah. Love that. Okay. Push and swallow. What beveragey goodness have you got for us? Unless you're doing anything else, sorry, Dragon.
No, that's it.
Okay.
I'm in a good position. Don't really have a bonus action at this point.
No, nobody's really that low on health.
Oh, thank you for the biddies, Odd Prince.
I think I'll just take a punt at this studio to get started. Magic Stone, 25 to hit this dude right here.
Spartan Juice 117 is now
I'm
following.
guessing that hits, and that's going to be, ooh, max damage. 11 bonking damage
And
to
it's
this one.
magical damage, right?
Yeah. Cantrip.
Awesome.
Magical.
And you're hitting the one that Clash was hitting?
Nope. Longer than this one.
Long John.
I'm expecting him to take.
Okay.
I'm guessing something with decent wisdom that it's also a cleric would know what spiritual guardians is.
Yeah.
So I know that these things are about to take damage. So I just want to thin them out a bit. He's looking too unhealthy. I'll save the rest of my spell slots.
Okay, fair enough. So,
I don't want to be handing out IOUs.
fair play. Just for clarity, is Fairly Odd Prince someone that you guys have brought in from tabletop, or is that someone that I need to explain what we're doing to? Okay, looks like it's a new
I
person.
don't know what the fuck is.
I'll message the friends there now.
It's Dungeons and Dragons, my guy.
Yeah. So
That game of Stranger Things. Owen, zoom in a bit because we could probably get a better view of the tokens right there.
apologies.
More tokens
Yeah,
is
you're
back on
right.
screen.
How does that look? A little better, maybe.
We'll soon see because there's a delay.
We still want to see Bloodsea. Let me roll up a little. Zoom in. All right, yeah, there we go. So, that by the way, Fairly Odd. When you give bits to me, that I'm assuming you know this, but just in case you don't, that gives me money. So thank you for that. Even though
Thank you for all of the money.
yeah, even though you didn't necessarily know what we were doing, I'm here for it. And yeah, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons right now. And there's a whole lot of stuff I could tell you about that, but basically it's normally a tabletop role-playing game. We're playing it online. We're currently in combat with a bunch of bad guys, and I'm in charge of the session. And you may or may not think I'm trying to kill these guys, and that is up to you. Alrighty. Oh yeah, thank you.
It's only
Thank
a
you, Matt.
second session ever running.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still getting the balance right probably from how much is too much, but we're having fun. How much is too much as far as combat's concerned is what I meant there. Okay, so Dragon, you just did a snap crackle pop with your fingers. It's not a Cocoa Pops advert, but we made it work. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Push and Swallow then did your magical bonking damage, which seemed to have great effect. Your beverages are full of basically magical petrol at this point. Yeah, they're flammable and extremely compact. Owen Spectre, it's called, which is a little concerning for me. Right, so on her turn, she takes, what was it, a con save against Spirit Guardians? Wisdom save. Let me pull it up at the character sheet. For Lysara, I'm pretty sure it's Wisdom, but I'll need her up anyway in case she takes damage next turn. For the concentration.
Every time you alt tab, we just get flash banged by weebs.
Oh wait, when I change, when I alt tab, do you guys not see
Yeah,
the
we
screen?
can see like your weeb background on your desktop.
Oh my
you
god!
stream what you stream.
Yeah, I had no idea that you could see my desktop
Big
background.
titty enemy girls.
Okay, there's an insight into me. That's lovely. Alrighty, where were we? So Spirit Guardians is on a hit. Blah blah blah. Oh, I'm looking at spiritual weapon. An effective creature speed is halved in the area.
Of course they're all. I'm sorry, I pinged the wrong one.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a wisdom
that-
saving throw. Awesome, thank you. Right, so wisdom saving throw is on its way. Do these things look terribly wisdomous to you? Wow.
They do not.
They are not. I mean,
Radiate damage.
that's gonna hurt.
And I'm guessing it's not resistant to radiant damage.
Let's take a look. It is not. That would be a wise assessment. Okay, so spiritual guardians. How do I roll the d8?
There,
Well,
the top
you just roll it
13.
in there. They're 13. But if you want to roll dice in the toolbar on your left, you'll see the thing that looks like a d20.
Got it. Okay, so
Click
it
on that,
takes
you've got dice options.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Of the Radiant Dread.
Yeah, and it's radiant. So a flash of light appears as the spirit or guardian surrounding Lysara's person. Just absolutely obliterate this thing.
Wreck it.
Yeah, completely wrecks it. I was going to ask someone how do you do it, but it's Lysara, so fair enough.
Spartan with love is now followed.
listen-
Ah, the holy light of the Lord!
You don't necessarily have to describe every single death. It's always just pick sort of highlights because otherwise you
It'll
start with
elongate
run out
combat,
descriptions and you lose the enthusiasm for it. It's
Fair
far
enough.
better just to highlight.
Makes sense. All right, so Owen Spectre doesn't quite vanish, but her essence seems to be traveling towards, and you might have a good view of this, Bloodsy, towards the Earth Elemental, and specks of blue start to fill even more space where the blood in its eye socket is. Thank you for putting the Earth Elemental in there, Taff. I don't know why it wasn't working for me.
Oh God in heaven.
Hopefully we're not actually fighting this thing, because we're gonna die.
Yeah, that. I mean, I won't give you too much of an insight into my plans, but that wasn't the plan. But you threw yourself at it, so it's patient for now. Okay, so that happened. Gregor, your turn. Thanks for the follow, Spartan.
So after kicking my pile of skeleton bones, I'm assuming this ghost materialized in front of me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll reflexively go, ah! Oh, wait, never mind, I'm a paladin! And then I'm gonna smite him.
That's your legal right.
Yeah. It seems the Constitution.
80.
18 will do it.
Okay, we're gonna use the free smite that we get with 2024.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Yeah, baby.
And the shit we would do. 6 radiant.
Yeah.
12 sludging.
I'm seeing a pattern forming in the tactics. That makes sense. So it's radiant plus the slashing?
Yep, together.
So the slashing's halved. That's a total of 12. So remind me who that was towards, sorry.
Only ghost I can hit.
Yeah.
One right next to Gregor.
Awesome.
Right next to me.
Great hits.
Do they take additional radiant damage because they're spooky boys?
Are they vulnerable to
They'll
that?
be vulnerable.
They're not vulnerable, I'm afraid.
Vulnerability is actually quite rare.
Yeah.
He should be rolling extra D8 though, shouldn't he? Because they're undead.
This is
That
true.
is true.
Oh,
Roll an
they can have
extra
a D8
D8.
then.
Let me
You
check
fool.
the character sheet, but I think you're right. They're classed as
Oh, that's-
medium undead, yeah. Okay.
An extra 2 damage.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Every little helps.
So how does that
Yep.
work? Is that just because you're a paladin, or is that all radiant damage?
That's how
no, it's
Paladin
spite.
Spite works.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
my spell does radiant damage. Because they are undead, they receive radiant, and then they get an extra bit on top, because it's like holy
Got it.
energy and they're
is,
undead.
is that
Yeah,
radiant
it's
damage
just
to
a-
D8?
Yeah,
it's just
it's over 2
the
radiant.
it's just the subtext of Divine Smite.
Gotcha. Okay, great work. It's Lysara's turn. She's maintaining concentration, which doesn't cost her anything.
Spiritual weapon bonk.
Yeah, it's time for a bonk. Bonk of epic. Bonk portions.
Why am I so red?
Bonk time. You guys are turning this around real well, by the way. So, yeah, a 17 hit, and the damage... Wow.
9
9 magic force.
And is it magic, is it?
is force.
Force damage.
Force damage.
Very little it has resistance to force.
Let's have a quick look. You are absolutely right. Lysara coming in clutch. Spiritual weapon hurtles through the specter's face, puncturing it almost, and it's dead. Yeah, even more blue specks travel towards the Earth Elemental. And does Lysara still have an action? It doesn't cost
That's
anything
an
to
action.
concentrate, right?
Could opt for Sacred Flame or the classic option of dodging so none of these guys can break the concentration.
She's gonna do that then.
Dodging is a good one.
How
good
do
one.
I take a dodge action?
You just say it. Just declare it. All you have to do is declare it.
She is gonna dodge. Awesome.
So all attacks now will have disadvantage.
Makes sense. Okay, my Spectre then is gonna take a swipe.
Make wisdom save.
Oh, first she's gonna take a wisdom save. Quite right. Hey Dragon, thanks for the check-ins. Wisdom save. 13.
That's on the nose. I'd have to check.
Spiritual Guardians, DC 13 wisdom save. So if it
still
meets
takes
it,
half damage.
it
Half
beats
damage.
it. So half
Half
damage, which would have been... Do I re-roll it every time, or was it a flat 13?
Yeah.
Okay, re-roll then.
Yeah, so use the dice too. Just stick the 3 next to the D8s.
Yeah. 3d8.
Oof.
Wowzers.
Ooh, that would have been
Big number to have, so 7.
Yeah. 7 damage, and it's radiant, so that's cool. Right, now it gets to take its turn. So it's gonna take a swipe at Lysara, as is its wont, and it's gonna try.
Yeah, +2 for flanking,
Okay, awesome, thank you. I would have forgotten that.
Disadvantage though.
but it has disadvantage.
Okay, we're gonna go with the life drain. Wowzers.
So 8.
Yeah,
Not a chance.
that whiffs. They're not doing real good with these life drains.
No, and thank God they're not, because those life drains are
Oh, they hurt.
brutal.
Yeah.
They reduce your max HP at this level. That's really dangerous.
Yeah.
They can kill Bloodsy in one hit.
I understand now why Bloodsy just left the arena.
It was a tactical retreat. Yeah,
It's,
out of the frying pan.
oh, I could have just.
Yeah, there it is. Look at
Yeah.
that. 13 plus 15 necrotic.
3d6 damage. Yeah.
Yeah,
thank you.
it's dangerous. It's real dangerous.
It does have the potential to one-shot. I mean, it's highly unlikely, but it does have that. I mean, when I mean one-shot, I mean no death saves, just straight to the graveyard.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it hits me and I fail to compensate when it is a one-shot straight to graveyard. Whether it crits or
Oh
not.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's true.
hi people in the chat. Thank you for checking in. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. These are level 2 right now. But tough balance. Level infinity, someone. Darker said. That would be something else.
It's a bit to the board. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, can this person take an action to move out of the sphere, the aura, or?
Yeah.
If they want to.
But it would be an attack of opportunity in doing so. And can attack of opportunity, is that only melee weapons, or can they do a cantrip?
Really.
Oh,
Unless they got Warcaster.
Okay, so Lysara would take a swipe with her mace in that case. So it's gonna move.
It's also when they enter it on their turn as well. So
So if it tries to come back, it's going to take this as well.
Okay, let me think about this one then. So let me get my ruler out.
If
don't
the-
min-max it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have. This is, you gotta bear in mind, this isn't a fair combat. They don't have time to think about
Yeah,
this.
if their goal is to legitimately kill us all, they want to kill the Sarah before like
Yeah,
Sarah
then
kills us all, so they're going to
It's
stay
not
there.
gonna
just
run away then.
wailing.
You're right. You're so right. Okay, yeah, it's gonna. Well, it's done its turn, hasn't it? So it's gonna stick around then.
Yep.
The next spectre. Let me roll
Is
a
that-
wisdom
Is
save.
that still burned from what was it earlier? Even though it changed from a skeleton into a ghost.
I don't know. What are you?
I mean, it's, how are you defining them? Are these spirits the same creatures as the skeletons, or are they separate creatures?
They
that should have
are. They
arisen
are the
lots of
same.
times
The
aside?
same creatures. It's almost like the bones were, like animated
still
armor
alive.
on top of them.
Okay.
Oh, they're still baned.
Which is what.
It's the same one, a negative D4, but
Okay, so it's these 3 that are still alive are baned then still.
Oh, in which case that is going to take full damage because it would be a minus D4 on its save.
no, it was only it was the 3 that were standing here. This one.
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, wisdom save. Whiffs it.
Yeah, that's gonna.
So let me do 3d8.
How long? This should
I
do it.
can't remember whose idea it was to try and strong arm General Strawl into giving you a companion, but it might have come up clutch.
We did give him infinite water.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, come with us.
That's unfortunate on the
We do
damage.
all the
Okay,
safety
so
and-
it's does Bane do anything here, or it's
The -4 to the 10, so it was a D6 on the save, but 10's already a fail, so.
all right? So it takes what 10? It doesn't take any
Yeah,
damage.
10 radiant.
10
10
radiant.
radiant
Damage. Yeah. Okay, doke.
Yeah, when it comes to things like this, when you've got an encounter and the party have been really clever and levying, the odds in their favour, don't worry about it being a soft combat. You try to adjust for that, expecting the party to
Definitely.
levy the odds in their favour, and they don't, you'll end up wiping them.
Well, no, yeah, 100%. You guys are doing really well. I was
I made
umming.
that mistake recently.
Yeah, I was umming and ahhing about the spectres being in like a couple of them, but maybe not all of them. But y'all are doing so good that screw it. Especially when Bloodsy did the the freaking. I'm gonna make the Earth Elemental just lose focus at his only job.
I just closed hands down. I need to know what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So she's gonna take a life drain attack. Headed towards Lysara.
No, this is not a negative D4.
Negative D4.
Ooh, maybe.
May really need this one.
It's a 13, right?
No, I roll it each time, so it's a 16 to hit Lysara.
Okay. So that does hit. Oh, you know what? Something I've not been doing, which is I'm glad that they haven't hit anyone yet. I just read the character sheet and it says in sunlight they get disadvantage.
Oh, that's like, yeah.
Well, then the
Yeah,
question is,
it
does the
depends, it
arena
looks
have a
like a very
roof?
overcast sky to me. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So so that actually hits, which is scary. So 9 necrotic damage. The target must succeed on a DC 10 con save throw, or its hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to the damage taken. Is that?
It's got 12, she's fine.
Okay.
Would kill him.
Wow, that's amazing. And is that if it would have landed? Is that a permanent reduction?
What's that, sorry?
That if they would have failed their DC 10 con save, is that a permanent reduction? Oh no, it's until they get their next long rest.
Yeah.
It's until a long rest.
Wow.
But yeah, she still takes the 9 necrotic damage. It just doesn't affect the max HP.
And then she'll need to do a save for
and I've got to make a
concentration.
another con save now for concentration. Oh no.
Ouch.
What is the save for the concentration? Do we know?
10 or like half the damage, whatever's higher.
Yeah, that's
No
definitely
more.
well.
Yeah.
Okay,
no more.
so no more, but it did some usefulness.
Oh yeah, it did plenty of damage.
All right, the Spectre is looking particularly content, even though it was baned. Bloodsy, you are up now. The I haven't rolled initiative for the Earth Elemental, nor do I intend to at the moment. But you feel him watching you, with. It's kind of like a mix of like interest, like what is this person going to do next, but also you might get a sense that like if you actually do some damage to him, it might not be very fun.
Okay.
He has an aura around him that's like, you're not meant to fight this at this level yet.
Yeah. He's got a foreboding, intimidating aura, and maybe you're just real ballsy, but
Yeah. For clarification, Bloodsy has no damaging spells or way to attack.
oh well, this could work.
He doesn't do damage to people. He's just a nuisance.
Get
so
one shot for the vine.
Yeah, Bloody's gonna look down to I'll go Gregor this time, and he'll put a hand out as he flicks a coin in the air. If it's heads, you do well. And it lands, and he kind of manipulates it with his magic measuring flight, and lands on a heads on his hand. Well, it was a heads. You got this, Gregor. And as the Earth Elemental gaze looks down for a moment, when it looks back, Bloodsy is nowhere to be seen, as Bloodsy is going to fade away and turn invisible while his gaze is on Gregor for a moment.
Okay, so the Earth Elemental has a heightened focus on Gregor, I guess. Is there no save to this? You just make him look.
Well, this is just to give a Gregor a bardic inspiration.
Oh, I'm with you.
As
Apologies.
this happens, yeah, and like his gaze follows Bloody's hand, hopefully.
Earth elementals don't have tremor sense, you're fine.
Yeah, no, there's no Earth Elementals in, the Dragon office. He just knows me. But that is turn.
Alright.
As Gregor has a bardic inspiration and Bloodsy is invisible in the VIP section.
So you're currently invisible. Makes sense. I'm just looking at this guy's character sheet. So is it passive perception for invisibility, or do you need a specific thing that lets you see it?
Next passive perception doesn't say anything like tremor sense.
Yeah, 60 feet.
Yeah, you can see invisible creatures with that way more effectively.
Yeah. So if you want to let me try hide, and just be so still, like, I'm
Yeah.
trying to go against half, I can roll stealth if you want against passive. Because I have +6 stealth.
Let's do that.
Basically, as long as Bloodsy doesn't move, he's invisible, but if Bloodsy makes any movement whatsoever, the thing will see it immediately.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so for now, he doesn't sense anything, but if you attempt to move, he will notice it.
Perfect. I wasn't going to.
I love it. Your plan is to you just wanted the VIP seat, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice. Clash, you're up.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna keep attacking. Because I'm a fighter. That's 23
Yeah.
for 10 and 4 on this Spectre.
Okay, doke. That'll absolutely hit, and that will absolutely do some good damage. What is that? 14 halved is 7. It's looking significantly ropey. You don't quite lop its head off, but it's, if you imagine nearly headless Nick from Harry Potter, that's what's going on. All right.
Headless Nick.
Was that a reference lost on you? I can find a picture.
No, the name is familiar. I just can't remember where it's from.
Harry Potter that goes like, what?
Yeah, that's the one. I would have lost my shit if your head just did literally like this. Just tip back.
You know, the biggest crime is they cut all of the scenes.
Yeah, he had so much dialogue, didn't he? Yeah.
No, but it was Rick Mail was supposed to play Peeve. That was the one.
Oh yeah, because he's in the games, isn't he? Yeah.
He's in the books as well, yeah.
Hmm. All right.
Potter fan.
He's iconic. Yeah. Dragon, you are up.
On the same one, try to finish them off. Another Sorcerer's Burst. 17 to hit.
Oh yeah. Summon
Uh,
the very
Without
fast that you're a
hitting,
dragon.
and seeing as both Thunder and Lightning very, very frightening don't work on this thing, I'm just going to stare at it really, really intently and go, do you know who my papa is? Psychic damage.
Psychic damage this time. Interessant. Let me take a look at this. All right, it takes the full brunt of your papa's visage. But
The
it,
full 2.
but it's
yeah.
hanging in there. It's hanging in there. Yeah. Do you even know who I am? And as it racks its would-be brain, it doesn't.
I was like, they're weak to the powers of the mind!
Okay, push and swallow. Reasonably unfazed. What do you do?
Look at looks at the situation.
Actually, can I just note, there's only 2 spirits in the third order, the third one has not having one.
Oh,
Oh, this one.
okay. Let me roll its initiative. Sorry, guys. Thought I did it.
Let's make this a little harder on ourselves.
All right. They rolled pretty bad anyway, so I think if I do it after the second spectre, that should form naturally.
Yeah, you can just order it normally, it'll be fine.
Alright. So, pop a healing word. First level on the Zara. That's 12 healing on the
Wow,
Zara.
that's very kind of you.
That will be 1 copper. And I'm going to use the last of the magic stone. Eeny, meeny, miny, more. Probably this one's the biggest threat at the moment, isn't it? Because it's the only one that isn't, like, you know,
Yeah.
doing an attack. So I'm going to go for that one. With the remainder of the magic stone. Please roll, do prop, thank you. 22 to hit for 11 bludgeoning damage. My god,
This character is
I'm
on
rolling
smoke.
so well on these.
Yeah. And which one were you hitting? Sorry, the one that's baned or the one that's
The
not?
only one that isn't debuffed.
Gotcha.
One that is not debuffed.
All right. It takes yet another beverage of your choosing to the face.
It's just expired stock.
You've got a lot of that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's still hanging in there, but yeah, reasonably annoyed by that. Gregor, you are up.
I can pass through allies without using. Oh, okay.
Where are you looking to go anyway?
About here.
You can reach that anyway.
Yeah, I can go up and over.
Yeah, get to there. You may take an attack of opportunity. You probably better go in there, because that way you're not taking an attack of opportunity.
Maybe I go there and just eliminate the one next to Clash.
Well, you can still get your flank in there. You got flank in both of them if you stand there. That's actually the most optimal place to stand.
Yeah, fuck it, go on then, we'll go there. We'll take this position.
That way, if Clash kills this one, he can come down here and do that thank you with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we'll hit this one anyway, I think.
See, tactics.
The special Tic Tacs.
Yeah, we'll hit the one that's Bane's to the south of Lysara.
Tic Tac is tactic backwards.
Huh?
Yes,
What?
the special Tic Tacs.
Special Tic Tacs.
Where's Kit Kat?
Tic Tac.
Oh!
Oh my god, unbelievable scenes!
I've got to
Wow.
press the smite button, I
Oh, you
think.
get a smite on it, it's definitely dead.
You are legally required to press the smite button.
I'm legally
Yeah,
required
it's
to smite your ass. I'm
68
sorry.
damage.
Jesus Christ. I mean, if you wanted to fight the Earth Elemental with those numbers.
Please end this ghost
No,
career.
no. Okay, he's got he can
two
do
more
this-
D8s.
he can do this
2 more
3
D8s.
times per long rest.
2d8s more. 2d8s more.
It's also an additional 2d8.
Guys, I think it's dead. Like, chill.
Okay.
I just need to total
Whatever,
this up.
2
You got the half
plus
on the
9
slash.
plus 7 plus 11. 36 damage.
Absolute scenes.
Oh, have you halved the slashing?
Yeah, halving the slashing, it goes to 36 damage.
And that was on the one that Push and Swallow hit? Was it?
No, the one between. He's going
It's
for the.
the middle
The
one.
middle one.
Who is
Okay.
probably almost certainly going to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. You hit Control Alt Delete on that, and it dies.
You
I
know,
mean,
some
how
now
do-
you can move. Now you can move into this space here.
I'm
How,
looking at attack of
how would you like to do that? You're like a visage of Thor right now. Like, what is?
Oh yeah, we need a description on this one. Give it to us, Greg.
War is the wrong god.
It is.
Yeah, Thor is...
Ouija is mad.
Did I say
I'm-
the wrong
I'm,
thing? Did I mess up?
Gregor does like their Jesus.
He
Jesus is
does.
Lord.
Sorry. Okay, you look. I don't know. You tell me how you look.
Describe how you just do 36 points of damage to this thing.
Yeah. That's like 4 bloodsies.
Cinematic as fuck. Hits,
Yeah,
that is.
that's 4 bloodsies in one hit.
I don't know if I'm going to give this enough justice. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm anxious.
I mean, has anyone played? Have anyone played For Honor?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like half swords, drives it into the neck, and then sort of like as he sort of like circles around it, just severs the head, like carving around the bone, and then popping the vertebrae.
Wow.
I'm picturing something like that, but just a little more, just sort of casual and nonchalant as he makes his way to here.
I think what Gregor would do is when they're behind the NPC, they would kind of plant the greatsword, which is the same length of them, through the neck, through their stomach, through their leg, and essentially pin them into the ground, take a step back, and then touch their tattoo while the sword fills with essentially radiant energy, and the ghost explodes inside out.
Oh.
And if they had organs, they would be everywhere, but thankfully Lysar doesn't need a shower today.
It's okay. Yeah. No. As you've said, it's completely eviscerated. And blue specks of what is just absolute tatters of an annihilated entity find their way into the Earth Elemental's eyes once more.
And we shall end our turn.
Yes. What a turn it was. Dragon was so excited he's had to go and compose himself. Okay.
Jingle dance.
Hello. Right.
Oh, that's the one.
Lysara is up, and the situation is looking significantly less hairy. Not that we dislike hair here.
Why are you doing letterbox? Oh, God.
So she is.
Why do things always have to be some fucking extra?
She's gonna get her spiritual weapon and bonk it. Put a banging bonk on it. Wow, that absolutely hits. Okay, so the spiritual weapon, who I haven't been keeping a tally, at least not a written one, but I think it might have the most kills. Unless we're
Why?
considering Bloodsy's persuasiveness with the skeletons. So it punctures the would-be face of the baned creature, and that also returns to the Earth Elemental's eyes. And then Lysara is gonna attempt to do a Sacred Flame. She's in danger of taking the spotlight here.
Oh no.
60-foot range, single target, DC 13, save. Oh, and it meets it. And it's not baned or anything like that. So,
No damage.
no damage. Alright, that's last Sarah's turn. Go. Oh, the Spectre is back. How does this work? If it wants to attack Gregor, would it be an opportunity attack?
No.
No.
Eh?
Okay. It saw the craziness of the last attack, and it's going to take a swipe, well, a life drain, I should say, on Gregor. What do we do? Wow. Does a 5 hit?
Wow, does a 5 hit? No.
They've only landed 1 hit all game against an NPC, and then the con save did nothing.
Greg is gonna like give them the one eyebrow raise, just like, huh?
Yeah. Okay, and with that, it's 10 ends. Bloodsy, the invisible master.
Bloody his like hands like against the wall like this. He just
Oh, did he move? No.
and is going to whisper to the bloody guy. Hey, look. I know there's a lot going on, but well, not a lot of blood is being spilled. So maybe we could stop the fighting and talk about other ways we may be able to help you. I have a particularly nefarious idea to repopulate this place with soldiers. Perhaps we can, talk about it like reasonable people, which it seems like you are.
And you're whispering to the earth elemental whilst invisible. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, because your voice makes like vibrations. I'm assuming it now knows who I am.
Oh yeah.
I'm making him aware. But he's like, hey, stop killing my friends, and I might be able to grease up your palms with, some fires here.
Okay.
Please, I don't want my friends to die.
It's aware you're here. It doesn't answer, but instead it uses its earth glide ability to burrow through the ground, and it's moved to a different tier.
No check, no nothing. It just fucks off.
It just fucks off. It says the
No,
elemental.
he didn't say anything. It just leaves.
Yeah, the elemental can burrow through non-magical, unworked earth and stone. While doing so, the elemental doesn't disturb the material it moves through at all.
Well, it also burrows
With a glide.
okay? A huge hole straight through my heart because it broke it. Okay?
Yeah, you just wanted to make a friend, right? But
Yeah.
he is carefully observing the battle below.
I'm trying to make him an opportunity to get more people, but no, now we have to kill him. So Bloodseed will do nothing for his turn. I'll just be sad.
Okay, all right. He's moping. Well, invisibly, so I guess no one else knows. But and Tremor Sense is 60 foot, so you have to imagine he can feel the tears as they hit the floor.
Yep.
Awesome. We love that. Clash with an awesome initiative. You're up.
Please finish this.
I'm gonna try. There's just the one left, right? So
Yeah.
You have the body inspiration if you want to try. Because you do have
I do.
So it's a 9 plus a d6 if you roll it.
11.
Does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Oh.
Well, that's 3 points of damage reduced to 1.
Good job.
There you go.
A damage is a
You
damage.
can't occupy the same space as an ally, which is weird.
I think you move your token into Lysira.
You're doing what? Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've just done it anyway.
Okay.
Gotcha.
No, she's right next to Lazara. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Righto. Okay, Dragon, you're up and seemingly unsurrounded.
Is it the infinite power of the dragon to defeat our enemies? An actual
Oh.
crit!
Oh my god.
Unbelievable scenes! Oh my god, it actually occurred as well! 16 points of psychic damage!
All right, how do you... have you got a statement to make? What's happening?
I start reading my pre-written YouTube apology video.
Penis.
Once again, I am asking for your forgiveness for what I did last night.
You asked for apology for home partying during Dragon Corona, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
apologizing for partying during Dragon Corona. I know it. I know it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Luffy looks ashamed from the bleachers.
Okay. Yeah, you absolutely wipe the floor with it. Of course you do. Psychic reverberations go around the place as you feel the air change. And with that, the seemingly final spectre disappears, and its energy goes into the eye sockets of the earth elemental. And they're mostly blue at this point. They were red
Bammy Bammington
up until
is
this
now
point.
following.
Oh, thank you for the follow there. And you hear a loud noise as the earth elemental shifts using its ability, the elemental shift, and it goes to the center of the battlefield right here, almost instantly. And it juts up from the ground, slams its hands together a couple times in quick succession. You might call that a clap. It's clapping. And with a mighty thud, it kind of pushes its palm up against its head, and you hear, well, a mighty thud. And with that, kind of, it seems to be speaking to you much in the same way that it did before, kind of through your minds. This even hits Bloodsy all the way over there in his invisibleness. And you start to feel images being kind of transported across to your minds there. So this mysterious creature is seemingly wanting to show you something. Do you want to try and, do you want to do something to try and not do that, or do you want to let it happen?
Fight the creature. Do it.
Okay. All right. So you start to see.
Wait, no, don't actually do it.
So this also impacts vending machines, by the way. So you all start to share a collective cognition of a battle in this very arena. You're seeing what you get the sense that this is a battle from the past. And as the controlled battle unfolds in your mind, the creature's form shivers. You feel your senses being pulled away as the vision kind of overwhelms you. It becomes clearer in your mind. So before your very eyes then, the ruined area transforms. The harsh, broken stone is replaced by a resplendent Colosseum, bathed in brilliant, radiant light, and a place where the echoes of glorious battles still resonate strongly. You can see legendary warriors of old engaged in grand tournaments. There's knights in gleaming armor. They're dueling with radiant swords. You see archers releasing arrows that glitter with divine energy, and mangers conjuring spells that light up the entire field like bursts of stardust. And amidst those scenes, you also see a being, a Githzerai. In the vision, you see a young cleric. Her face is full of determination and what looks to be humble reverence, standing before a magnificent temple dedicated to a variety of gods. Her hands are raised in supplication, and divine energy flows through her, and you witness the moment where seemingly her destiny was perhaps forged, a moment of calling, when faith and magic intertwine to set her on a path. The vision shifts again, revealing a face of joy and sorrow. The arena, that was once a sacred ground where battles were fought not only for conquest but to honor the divine of the time, to preserve hope and belief towards a higher purpose. And as the echoes of those ancient games fade in your mind, you're left with a profound sense of what once was and what might even be restored. The vision stops. The earth elemental, not that you necessarily know that what it is, the creature cautiously watches you all to see your reactions. And it seems to spend an especially long time looking at Sister Lysara before moving on to the next person. And from the vision, you get a sense that the creature used to be a caretaker of sorts of these lands and was attempting to show you these visions as a means of saying those, were the good times, and if only we could return to them. You may well have your own thoughts on that. But the vision stops, and you're now back in this kind of trodden, kind of rubbled wasteland. The resplendent figure of the previous Colosseum is a distant memory, and you're left with the area that you've been fighting in up until now. The pose of the creature seems to have relaxed somewhat. It seems to be regarding you with much more respect than had previously been evident. And through your mind, it echoes the words, "The battlefield was hungry, and that hunger has been somewhat sated." What say you?
So there was a VIP move!
Precious Swallow just slowly moves up to the group. As you hear the sort of like the tracks of the brain a bit. It's just pointing, just facing directly at Lysara. "You owe me 1 copper." And that's his entire input.
Hearing the debt collector on the way who is looking around for money. Bloodsy's gonna stay invisible up there.
Understanding the importance of knowing when to splash the wealth, I will insert Daddy's credit card. Does it work?
Probably.
So
Amazing! It's a plan of credit cards!
So you can see Lysara start to not back away as such, but she's been visibly affected by the visions that you've seen. She's got a look of, I'll say, embarrassment. But the creature seems to be expecting some sort of response. Although I'd understand if you want to make introductions with Push and Swallow. It's a unique individual that's magented in.
Gregor comes from a time where there's no electricity, so such a thing as a vending machine isn't really a concept that they're familiar with.
Yeah.
So Gregor's gonna turn to Push and Swallow and say, "What sort of siege engine are you? Ballista? Scorpion? Trebuchet?"
Catapult does double damage against structures, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
I can offer such services. It's 1 copper per door.
This has confused Gregor slightly, as they're used to the ammunition being fired costing many silvers. Acceptable, yes. She eagerly nods.
Which door would you like me to break down?
None at present. It's just a future endeavor we might need to run into.
Future transaction. Understood.
Love it.
Do you need
Window
the transaction now?
Window shopping is free.
Okay, sure. And she retrieves her weapon.
I love it. You're like prepaying. Okay.
Oh, you prepaid it?
Yeah, we'll give you a copper in advance. Yeah, certainly.
Oh, I mean, it was like preload the vending machine. Okay, then yeah, I'm just gonna walk over and just for the purposes of the entire campaign, just put 20 gold in right now. I'm just like, oh, that should keep us going for a while.
Would you love it if Push and Swallow can only take so much gold at once and had to release the last order and he's currently facing the elemental? Would you love that? Oh, no.
I'm actually keeping. Do you know what? Right? I know it's like, what is it? 200 or 20 you said, so 2,000. I'll just keep tally of it. It'll happen at some point.
Yes. I've loaded 2,000 uses of Push and Swallow. This will take a while, but we may eventually run out.
Lizzie leans over the thing while it's invisible. Dragon Master, sir, am I on the insurance plan? You're my boss?
Don't worry, you're safe to come down. I probably have Featherfall. Let me check.
It's a long way, and 20 feet might just kill me.
It might actually, yeah.
Look, Jenkins, too, get down here immediately. I'm covered in a mild layer of dirt.
Raid some bottles of water to get yourself with. I'm fine watching. I heard someone's looking for money.
Oh, God.
Wait, 1 second. As
I've paid the bill, you idiot.
you see Bloodsy rolling up his sleeve and just taking this comically large knife, he just chops his hand off.
Huh? Your whole hand? Yeah, God.
Creeping touch as the hand transforms into a spider, which crawls its way down the side of this Colosseum-like thing and just jumps onto Dragon's shoulder. This thing-like looking ass spider, and then Blizzy blinks while invisible, and his eyes and his ears are transported into the creatures. And he calls over, "Good to go! Just don't let my hand die, it'll hurt."
Gregor's trying to instinctively not step on the new spider.
Okay.
He's over on Dragon's shoulder if Dragon's Majesty allows it.
So the as I say, Lysara looks a little embarrassed, affected even by the vision. The creature, sensing that no one seems to be paying attention to it, moves to say in a loud, somewhat intimidating voice that it can offer, but it's connected to your minds in some way, and that's how it kind of gave you that vision. And so from that, it's perhaps a two-way connection, at least in part, and it understands then in that regard that you met General Stroll and all that kind of stuff. So the blood from one of
like everybody's sorry, but I guess everybody's aware of Lazara's sort of reaction to this, right?
Yeah, well, I'm explaining that it's happening to her. If you're looking that way, it's she's not attempting to hide it. And one of the blood eyes travels down the arm of the creature and turns into a red kind of rune. And the creature molds earth around its hand to form a talisman of sorts. It's a glowing blood red rune. And it says to each of you, through your minds, this talisman is the culmination of your efforts in Battlefield's hunger. I know your plight, and I'm willing to give you this bounty. There are many structures of which I'm aware of as an earth-traveling being. And this same rune should support you. I would direct you to a monastery. There is one in your company who knows from of where I speak. And then the earth elemental, certainly not in direct response to no one necessarily paying attention to him, takes his ability to move through earth and quickly
Bearded Ghost 86 is now
moves,
following.
shifts into being part of the earth again once more, and you sense its sentience has kind of moved elsewhere. So you're now left seemingly to your own devices. As he disappeared, the rune fell onto the floor. It's up to you if you want to approach it or not.
I can
Ooh,
dispense.
we runes.
The Push Sword just wandered up the dragon. Sorry.
No, sorry.
I can dispense a packet of treats. They will help with the wounds.
Oh, yummy.
Good berry with a life cleric. So 4 HP each, 10 of them.
Nice.
Gunk.
I only need one of them.
That's in the shutter. You can reach down and grab it.
Well, I'll grab one and eat one. Be like, ooh, very nice.
Amazing.
You'd have
like-
to open the packet.
So
I will open the packet.
I've
Take the packet.
Take the packet. Okay, I have 9 berries.
this is gonna be although that's been a theme so far for me.
Rugby, jump down here so I can force feed you berries back to life.
Thi-
Oh, okay.
What cool flip on the way down.
So it might be a little immersion breaking, apologies. But I do have to go pretty soon. So just to recap, there was a vision that the Earth Elemental showed you. That was in response to you surviving the battle, which honestly in some part was designed to be pretty tough. So good job. If that had gone another way, it could have been, for instance, the creature may have been displeased with your level of skill and even just wiped the floor with you himself in that case. So you pleased the creature. He's rewarded you. Well, he acted like it was a reward anyway. You haven't. No one's picked it up yet off the ground to see. But there was a rune which he gave you and explained that was kind of the culmination of your efforts in Battlefield's Hunger so far, and that you should take it with you to a monastery to find out more about the kind of land, because he's well traveled and understands through connecting with your minds that would be perhaps the next logical step. He also showed you a vision of kind of battles past and conveyed a wanting then of wanting to get to the kind of glory days, and a young Githzerai kind of praying at a monastery and receiving kind of magic power, and that seems to have affected Lysara somewhat. So you've got a couple of options ahead of you. I'm sure you've got your own in mind as well, but we've got a concerned companion. We've got a rune on the floor, which can be picked up. We've got a creature, presumably an earth elemental, that has now, fecked off, for lack of a better term, but may perhaps be called upon once again because you've summoned it in the past. Who knows? And there's likely lots of roleplay coming up, but I fear that I might have to leave that till next session. Unless anyone wants to do something particularly quickly. Any thoughts?
I'm going to force feed Gregor and Lysara the remaining of the snacks to heal them.
Nice.
Although we will admittedly be long resting before next time.
Yeah. For the vine.
but you got to force feed everyone. So yeah, I feed people the remainder of the snacks.
Yeah, I mean, why have a character called Push and Swallow if you don't literally force people to eat? It makes sense.
Yep.
It's referred to pushing the button.
Oh.
The swallow is also edible or drinkable consumables.
Okay.
Or it will be when I get to levels.
Nice.
Yeah. So speaking of levels, now this is actually really good level up next time.
For the next session, I would say yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's at the end of
Because
the
this is session 2. Yeah, at the end of the next session.
At the start of the next session.
Okay, so when we jump in the next session, we'll pick up where we left off. We can decide if we want to pick the rune up and get to know Push and Swallow, maybe delve into Lysara a little bit more. You might not want to do that. The vision just explained that it was, a young Githzerai. There was no names or anything. So,
And we'll be level 3 while doing all that?
No.
no, not till the end of the next session.
Stop your crimes.
Yeah, worth a go.
It's twink.
Yeah. So yeah, how was that? I know we basically spent 2 hours doing just combat, so apologies that maybe wasn't as
That's good.
involved as the last session. But yeah, how do you feel?
Somewhat delayed with tech difficulties and startup stuff, but that was fine. Usually get it done anyway. No, that was good. It was good.
One thing I'll mention though is be mindful of breaks. Because
I did it again, didn't I?
good.
Yeah, I didn't give anyone.
As good as it is, we all get into it. But the trouble is, we're so focused on it, but our concentration levels start to dip.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, particularly with about at least half of us being neurodivergent, it means that we could just sort of like, oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
No, that's a really good point. I did it last time actually. I needed reminding, didn't I? I'll set a timer like every hour or something.
It's on us as well. We could actually say, we got a break soon.
Yeah.
And none of us do that.
Okay. No, that works. If we all make a conscious effort, yeah. I'm clearly it's not something natural because I'm getting so into it as well that I haven't thought the same. So much so that the reason I have to go is my wife's messaging me saying, "Do you
Are
want?"
you confident enough for chat fuckery next week?
Yeah. I did wonder how to do that. If you're talking emotes, absolutely I am. Like channel point redemptions. If you're talking speaking to the chat, like with slurs and stuff, I wasn't that good at this because a couple of people have joined the chat and were trying to talk to me, and I was kind of messaging them back through written text because I didn't want to like break the immersion from like speaking. There was a couple of times when I said, thanks for the follow and whatever, which I wondered if even that was kind of too fourth wally. So I'll need to think how to get that right.
We've sort of done like sort of fourth wall. You got to bear in mind that it is going to make it a little bit more nonsense.
Yeah.
But that's not such a bad thing. There are many, it is many examples of media where you've got elements of sort of nonsense and like, very, what would seem somewhat immersion breaking, but at the same time you can bring it into a sort of like a more sort of serious one.
Makes sense.
And sometimes having that contrast as well can, the laughter of doing something a little bit nonsense can kind of relieve the tension of some of the more tense moments. But at the same time, then when you come into a sort of tense moments, we're all sort of fixated on that, on that bit of drama there. That because we haven't been sat in that intense moment continuously. Sometimes it's
that makes sense. Yeah.
A roller coaster. It's up and down, up and down. You want to stick. Okay. You don't want it to stay all in one place.
Makes sense. Yeah. So as I say, I'm unfortunately I'm gonna have to make a quick exodus now, but I had a lot of fun. I hope you all did. We'll sort the channel point stuff out for next time, and we'll have lots more options to come into when we dig into what I'm hoping to get planned for next session. But really solid job. You guys have fantastic combat. I didn't expect you to do that thing with the Earth Elemental to stop all the skeleton guys.
Don't forget to talk about your. So I think at this point here, you'd be pretty close to the Will Builder's Ledger. Are you keeping on top of your petty shards?
No, I don't even know what they are. I might have to talk to you about that afterwards, though, to get a bit of a teaching.
I'll do it for an hour, then I'll show you it later.
Awesome. Okay. Sorry I've got to dash, guys, but thank you so much. I had a lot of fun, and I'll see you all again soon.
Thanks for running.
Bye, guys. Bye, chat.
Thanks.
Bye, bro.
Bye, chat. So sorry if I wasn't very communicative today, but thank you so much for coming through. We'll see you again next time.